what I mean? We're gonna talk about my favorite subject, narcissists. Still learning, feel me? Still learning. Just want y'all to enjoy the breeze with me. Just, sit in quietness. I like to talk a lot of shit sometimes, but sometimes I like to enjoy myself. Just being quiet. It's a nice breeze out here. It's sunny. I told you California is different, man. I'm overdressed right now. I only got a hoodie on, but I'm overdressed. This fucking phone is full of shit. Yeah, I'm overdressed right now, so humid, heat, all the I always gotta check my shit, cause niggas, it's narcissists. One thing they didn't tell you guys about narcissists, they be stealing too. You feel me? They will steal things from you. It's not that they have to steal. I respect somebody who had to steal. If you was hungry and you had to steal food, yeah, I don't blame you for that, because that's like survival purpose. But narcissists will take your shit when they don't even need it, just to aggravate you in so many other ways. Feel me? This is what narcissist people do. Narcissists they're just envious, very envious. When they don't even have to be, they got it already, but they'll still be very envious of you. A narcissist can have a higher degree than you. A narcissist can have a PhD and still be jealous of somebody who never completed high school. So they're very, very dangerous, in my opinion. The more I learn about them, I'm like, these motherfuckers is really, really sick. Very, very, very dangerous people. I see your data. I'm transferring too much money. Yeah, narcissists are very, very, very dangerous. Very envious, man. If you don't know the half of it, you better ask. They always gotta take something from you to make it seem. If you and the narcissist have the same pair of socks, the narcissist will steal those socks away from you so he can be the only one with that pair. Like, they don't need it, but they just took it just because of competitive and pettiness. And this is the things that they do. You feel me? You have to understand what's going on over here. These are the traits, these are the things that they do sometimes. These people, they're very jealous. Very, very jealous, feel me? Like, I'm trying to show you the nature of the beast itself. They play a lot of games. Narcissists sometimes play dumb. They do things and act like they don't know what's going on, feel me? There's a lot of wind blowing out here. Wind blow. There's so many categories that a narcissist would go. I got 15 minutes with y'all. There's so many different categories that a narcissist would do, feel me? They always pre-plan, feel me? They always have a plan, like they know exactly where you're gonna be and everything else like that. So just like what I'm looking at right now, they always have a pre-plan and they playing out their low positions and everything else like that. They play dumb most of the time. They always work in groups like hyenas. Feel me? If a narcissist was an animal, he would be an hyena. And a hyena is very annoying. And they always laugh. Like, I'm just describing a hyena now, but so if I had to describe a narcissist as an animal, the narcissist will be an hyena. hyenas is they always bother a lion. A lion kind of hunts alone. You feel me? If it was one great lion and didn't have his tribe yet, he's hunting alone. A hyena is always hunting pack, and they always fight in packs, and that's what narcissists do. They always will have somebody. Always, they will never go into battle themselves. Ever. They'll always wait. When the crew come, then they get stronger. They only thrive in a group setting. The narcissists never show. Remember, the reason why they act the way they act, cause it's like, let me just say for what it is instead of trying to throw out an analogy. A narcissist is really, he lacks confidence. They're weak inside. They don't know how to deal with the emotional stress and drama. They can't take criticism and everything else like that. They lack empathy. So this is the reason why they do all these things, to cover up these things so people don't get to see this. Because they feel like if somebody see these things, because they think people are thinking like them. So they feel like if somebody see this weakness of them, they feel like the people would take advantage of them, because that's how they see it. When they see weakness in others, they take advantage of the people with those weaknesses. So a narcissist is hiding his weakness because he thinks that somebody's going to do the same thing to them. Guilty conscience, you feel me? Narcissists do have guilty, well, they like empathy, but at the same time, it's like a weird way of guilty conscious, in a way where, because they're guilty conscious of the things that they do, and they worry that somebody's going to do it to them, you feel me? So that's why they have those guilty conscience, but they don't have empathy for somebody just to have one for that person, you feel me? And every time you expose a narcissist, they always go into hiding. Every time. It's like a wounded animal who goes into hiding. Because you literally have struck a chord within them, and it's like that was the great. You think it was something that was worth hiding. It's not even worth hiding. It's like the fact that they have that little lack of, you think lack of confidence. Yeah, we all have lack of confidence sometimes. Sometimes I deal with saying things that I'm not too confident about. You see, that's something I can express and be like, but I'm working on it. You feel me? I'm being open and honest. A narcissist sees those things as weakness. You feel me? He or she or they. I'm speaking more to the they or globally. That's what I'm speaking to. I'm not really speaking to an individual or group of individual. I'm speaking to the all as global issue. Let the wind pass. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I don't know how the wind is gonna pass. The wind, I gotta wait until the wind stops. When the wind stops, like a wing stop. Alright, so this is what a narcissist do. Whenever you speak about a narcissist, right, and the spotlight is on them in a wrong way, they have to do something very heinous so that they can steal the spotlight back. And that is basically organizing a mob. They will set people around you to steal that spotlight back by attacking you. They go into rage. That's what they call it. They go into rage. They make a lot of noise. You hear them with the and they probably put the alarm call on, like beep 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 beep, because it's a form of covering what you already say. And it's like, and to you as a normal person, you think, man, that's nothing. That shit ain't bothering them. But you don't know that within. I'm telling you, they lack confidence. Everything is internal. They lack confidence within. They stress out. They depressed. They don't know how to express these things through words. Because remind you, they mimic. They mimic most of the things that they see. They mimic. They don't know how to originally know how to just express these things, because they gifted when it comes to lying. You feel me? They just specially blessed when it comes to lying. So they never kept it 100 with themselves. So you thinking, oh, these things are nothing. Anybody can overcome that. But they are ashamed of these things. So that's why they always feel like they gotta step on somebody to make themselves look better. That's why they always gotta compare themselves to you. That's even though they're not saying it, they show themselves as such, like I'm better than you. Or they will take something away from you to make they shit look a little better. You feel me? They probably, you know what I mean, floss their hair, you know what I mean, go buy a wig and act like that's their shit, you feel me? Shit like that, you feel me? Like stuff like that, you feel me? Like they will take something away from you to put you in a degrading stage, to be like, look, I'm better than them. You You feel me? That's the same thing. That's why I started using those two. Well, that's why I said the thing about the slave trade and everything else like that. How they took the riches from Africa and everything else, and they still taking riches from Africa through politics and corruption and everything else like that, and still make it seem like these people need aid. Yet you took the riches. Even the device that I'm holding right now cannot work if it wasn't for a special kind of metal, or a special kind of metal that is being digged out of Africa for them to use the device for. I'll say 60% of the device that we hold in our hand, that metals that they take away, that they take from Africa, is used for to power these devices. It wouldn't work without these metals and these chip companies and all this special metal and everything else. But yeah, you make it seem like that continent needs help and aid, but yeah, you're taking away from them and you're not giving them back their fair share. And that's what a narcissist do. The narcissist is very manipulative. He will manipulate you to the point of no return. Like I said, they're very insecure inside, and it has nothing to do with race. I just use Africa and the world itself as a description of what is going on, just to give you a clear picture of it. You know what I mean? Just to make it easier for you to comprehend what I'm saying, and to make it easier upon me to comprehend what I'm saying, so I can stay on point. Because I can go into so many revenues of what a narcissist would do. You feel me? These are the things that we talking about globally, especially my haters. You feel me? I always got related to me, because my story is so exposed out there. You feel me? A narcissist can never go through what I'm going through. It'll drive them crazy. You feel me? A narcissist cannot be this exposed. Nah, it's impossible for them to be this exposed, because they've taken precaution and everything else like that. And if they was to be this exposed, they would disappear. They will go into hiding. They wouldn't know how to handle it. You feel me? They might commit suicide. You feel me? It's like it'll be too. Remember, the only reason why they do the things that they do, because they're trying to hide their true self, that insecurity, that lack of confidence. So for you to expose them in that matter, they will hurt you or try to kill you. And if they can't do that to you, they might go and kill themselves or go into hiding, because they feel like, I cannot handle this embarrassment. So that's why they can only put me through things that they feel like I've said it before, that, hold on, let me check the time. The reason why, what's good, baby? The reason why they put me through these things, because they trying to reflect, it's a reflection of what they are. So they pulling me through these things, thinking that if I was to go through these things, I would have been killed myself, or I would have been given up. Or they only put you through these things because they think that I think like them. You feel me? That's narcissistic. That's a narcissistic behavior. Now you have to understand. I'm gonna paint a picture of what a narcissist really is. So a narcissist, you feel me? Everything they do is to hide the intent, who they really are. So imagine a rock which is poking out in the middle of a water, or in the middle of an ocean, and there is wave going back and forth. Vroom, vroom, vroom. The wave and the water represents their emotion. The emotion are very unstable, but yet they look so stable when it comes to the rock. So a narcissist is painting a picture of the rock alone, but it's not allowing you to see the emotion of the wave, the unstableness of the wave going back and forth, the chaos that's going on around them in the water itself. So they present to you the rock that is poking out the ocean itself. They just present to you that, and that's what they want the public to see. Then you have a person like me who come around that's trying to expose them, and I present to you the rock and the wave, or the emotion, how the wave keep beating on the rock. They come back around and come back again, and more waves. That's what is going on within a narcissist itself. They're unstable within themselves. They're insecure. They're not confident. They're not bold and everything else like that. But yet, the only thing they want you to see is that stable rock that's poking out the water. They have the potential to be that rock and have the water be calm around them. Imagine that picture, that the rock that's poking out the water and there's water calm around it. And imagine me sitting on top of that rock and just enjoying that view. That's a beautiful view. See, look at them already making noise. I'm not even talking about them. I don't even know who I'm talking about. I guess it hit somewhere. I was just painting a picture, you feel me? So the movement of the water back and forth, the unstableness of the water back and forth is a representation of what's really going on within them themselves. But they've put all this thing around them. They can put friends around them. They can put cars around them. They can put people, houses, like people that would justify flying monkeys and everything else. Flying monkeys are just people that enable. Those are the enablers of narcissists. People who know they're narcissists, but they're just enabling them because they probably have a common interest, an enemy, or because you just don't know how to speak up because you know this person is a narcissist, but you're still enabling them. I gotta go in. Ooh, that's the win. You feel me? I got only like 2 minutes to talk to you, so I'm gonna walk and talk to you. Walk with you. Shut down with ski mask. So that's what a narcissist will do, you feel me? They always present to you just that rock itself, and they want you to forget. They want you to forget about everything else and just focus on how clean they look. They want to focus. They want you to focus on just the car. They want you to focus on how many connections they have. They want you to focus on, oh, look at my career and everything else. Look at how much money I got. Look at my bank account. I can buy you a shoe. I can take you shopping. Oh, I can actually get you a job. I'm the manager of this company. Oh no, look at what I'm doing. I am in charity. I'm giving the poor food and everything else like that. That's that rock that they want to show you. But they do not want to show you the lack of the insecurity that they have, the lack of confidence, the lack of empathy. They only do these things. You would think that a person who help kids and feed kids and take care of people and everything else cannot lack empathy, but they're not doing it for that purpose. They're only doing it to be seen. They want to be in the spotlight. You understand? And a nigga like me is in the way. You feel me? Is in the way because I'm gonna call out the bullshit. I'm like, nah, that shit fake. Like, I don't give a fuck how many kids you feed. Like, that shit is bullshit. They're doing it in spite of somebody else. I've always said that. They help other people in spite of me. So let's just say they compare me to somebody else. They will help that person to make that person look good. They never give a fuck about that individual. In spite of me, to make me look bad, they will help my enemy look good. And that's at least the so-called enemy that they think it is, or whoever they're trying to make me compete against, so they can always stay in that crowd and beef with you from far. Because remember, they always compete with you in secrecy. It's always some kind of snake idea going on, very, very sliminess going on. You feel me? Hold on. Now I gotta walk faster. Fuck the wind. We're gonna walk through the wind. Feel me? Oh. A narcissist will never admit their struggles. Never. In public, they look like they all put together. But in privacy, you feel me? They could be crying, going to sleep crying. They in distress and everything else. They never happy alone. You feel me? They always need people around them. They usually in relationships that they know is not going nowhere, but they're just in a relationship for a cover. You feel me? Like, just to make themselves look good. Like, they'll be in a relationship. A narcissist is more likely to a narcissist is a lifestyle, so they are more likely to be obese. Sometimes some of them are more likely to have diseases. Sometimes they look well put together. They will actually give you a disease and tell you that you give it to them. You feel me? Stuff like that. Narcissists are very narcissistical. Like, they very manipulative. You feel me? The lifestyle that they live it always come out somehow, some way. But they always have a good way to. It's more like a person like myself, right? I don't use cologne and everything else like that. A narcissist will use cologne to cover up their natural scent, because they don't like their natural scent. They don't like their self itself. They don't like the ideal version of themselves. So the cologne represents the lifestyle of the things that they use to cover up these things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how narcissists operate. They do all these things, not that they care about them. They're just doing these things to cover up the differences. And it goes all the way from individuals to corporations to countries. I already used the United States as an example of how they are narcissists to African American and shit, which I will be holding court very soon and putting the United States on trial for the crime that they've done against the African American. We're going to hold them on trial. We're also going to hold individuals who are racist towards us, and we're going to put them. I got 2 more minutes. I said 2 more minutes ago, but I got 2 more minutes. We're also going to hold these individuals, against people like myself who are running away from themselves, and we're gonna put them up to trial too. So we're gonna put these people on trial, you feel me? I know they wanted me to go to jail and everything else, but I'm actually gonna be the judge in this one, and we're gonna have court. So court is going to be in session very soon, and we're gonna put this country, individuals around the world who have been narcissists and try to manipulate the situations around them. And we also have cameras watching, as you can see behind me, and we have all the evidence on our side. So you feel me? So we're gonna put these people to court and everything else, because these people are narcissists. They always want to control the narrative. They want to control the atmosphere. They want to control the weather. They even talking about climate changes and everything else. We talking about on the global scales now. Like, they have to be, they yearn to be in control. Like, they love to be in control. If they're not in control, they don't know what to do with themselves. And whoever's in control, they're gonna start a conspiracy theory to just take them out of control, or just take them out of that place so they can be in control. They have to be in power. They're power driven. They're power hungry. Trust me, man. The problem goes deeper. But every time I watch these shows, they don't talk about that issue when it pertains to country. They only talk about it pertaining to individuals and groups and everything else like that. I'm using it as, oh, they do talk about it as corporation leaders and everything else, but I'm using it as a country, as a country as a whole. Narcissism has seeped into our society, and individuals have adapted and taken it into action. Feel me? So this is what it is. I got one more minute and that's it. I'm done. Which actually I'm done right now. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at you. I don't know what to call this, but it's gonna be